All right, so we are recording. I wanted to quickly welcome you guys all to our call tonight. I'm excited to co-host this with Jade, as well as have all of you guys listening in. And there is a chat bar. If you have questions as we're going through, go ahead and type them in. We'll hit up all the questions at the end. If you haven't already, go ahead and mute yourself from the computer. Sometimes if there's too many people, or on your phone, if there's too many people unmuted, there's too many people not muted, sometimes there gets a really big echo. So mute yourself once you join. But again, welcome. We're excited to have you here. Jade and I are going to be talking to you guys about coaching, and more specifically about coaching on our team and what it's like on OneFitFam. I'll go ahead and introduce myself, and then we'll toss it over to Jade. But I am the creator of our OneFitFam. I've been a coach for almost 3 years now, and I am a 5-star diamond, and we are a 2-time elite team, which I know some of that just sounds like fancy language at this point, but point being, we are a team that continues to grow. We're a team that continues to grow leaders, and we are a team that continues to make an impact in helping not just other people reach their health and fitness goals, but helping other people build their coaching businesses too. Every year, you start the year at 0, and there's always a ranking that goes through, and I'm very proud to share that we ended last year as number 118 in the entire company, about 400,000 coaches, and that is where we fell at the end, which was just exciting. And it's an honor to be able to lead everyone here. And it's come from such a little thought in my mind in March 2014, when I was basically trying to lose the weight after having my son and looking for a way to kind of get plugged into something, and it's just spiraled since then. But I am a mom of 2. I have a daughter, Aubrey. She is my sassy, independent firstborn. Oh, she keeps me on my toes, and she is my pride and joy. And then I have Colton, who just has melted me from the second he locked eyes with me almost 4 years ago. He is 3.5 and she's 5.5. But since I started this almost 3 years ago, I've done pretty much every program that has come out. It started with the 21-day fix. It was truly a desire to lose 3 pounds. I had owned P90X, I owned Insanity, and I owned T25, all of which sat in our basement on top of the DVD player and collected dust. I never actually started and completed any of those programs. P90X we bought before the wedding, and I did 1 workout that was in that program because it was only 43 minutes. It was Kempo. All the other ones were way too long and scared me. And I thought weights were going to make me like gain weight and be bulky, so I didn't touch them. My husband did P90X, and I took the 1 DVD and did it before our wedding and got nowhere fast. And then he bought Insanity when I was pregnant with one of the kids, and I remember sitting on my elliptical, spinning in circles, watching him do Insanity, thinking he was truly insane, and had no desire to touch that because I thought it was just some dumb home fitness program. And then I bought T25 after having Colton, and again, I didn't really commit to it. If I worked out that day, I rewarded myself with a Blizzard from Dairy Queen, and I just pretty much spun in circles. I didn't get anywhere, and 21-day fix came out, and that was like the first time where I was fortunate after having Aubrey. I think I like sneezed and lost the weight after having her, and I know some people look at me like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, but I did. I never touched maternity clothes after Aubrey. I lost the baby weight. I'm like, this isn't so bad. I don't understand what people struggle with. And then Colton came a couple of years later, and I struggled that time. I held on to about 8 pounds for a while, and then it was 5 pounds for a while, and then believe it or not, my goal in my challenge group was 3 pounds. That's it. I wanted to lose it. I tried other things like working out and eating ice cream, and nothing worked. And when I plugged into the challenge group, and I got those little color-coded containers that I thought were going to make me starve myself, and lo and behold, they did not. And I started following it, and I really just found myself inspired by these other girls. There were other girls in the group that I had known from a long time ago, from a college, that were in the group. There were people I had never met, but I was connected with them because we all had that common bond. I lost the 3 pounds. I got really good results. And before I even finished that first round of 21-day fix, I signed up as a coach. It was a need for the discount because at the time I was coming up on my 1-year mark of being home as a stay-at-home mom. I had no income. We decided that we were going to become a single income family so that I could raise the kids, and it was a lot harder than I had imagined. And like my loss of independence from no longer working. And I saw this as a way, not only did it make me feel better, but I was like, okay, I can get this discount, but I could maybe help a few people. And if I could just help, from what my coach told me, 3 people a month would cover my cost of Shakeology. And I was like, I can't afford this stuff to begin with because I have no money coming in, and I didn't like that. So I'm like, okay, so 3 people, no big deal. And it started with that. It started with me being just open and sharing what worked with me with other people and saying, like, these are my results. Look what happened in 21 days. Like, I know it's only 3 pounds, but like my whole mindset shifted. And I was able to just simply take my experience and share that with other people. And through sharing that, I was able to bring other people on board. And that's really how I got started in this business. I've been very fortunate to also have a great health transformation as well along with this. I had Crohn's disease. I technically still have it. I will always have it. But I had been on medicine for 7 years with Crohn's disease. And while I cannot sit here and tell you that Shakeology cured it, because that's illegal to say, because that's not clinically proven, I can tell you that I used to take a pill 3 times a day for my Crohn's disease symptoms. And when I started following the guidelines of the clean eating and the Shakeology and exercising and really just treating my body the way that it's meant to be treated, I was able to completely nix all my medicine. And that's been about 2.5 years now. It was August 2014 that I stopped taking my medicine and got cleared from my doctor. So that was kind of the other aspect. So I've seen it both from an outside fitness transformation as well as a overall health transformation. I just truly believe that everybody somehow, some way, some form can benefit from our challenge groups, our fitness, our nutrition, and just the full package deal that we as coaches can offer to other people. Toss it back over to Jade. She can introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here, and I'm glad you're here. My name's Jade, and I'm a coach on One Fit Fam. I'm a diamond coach on Megan's team, and then I have my own team. So as a diamond coach, that kind of means, I know that doesn't maybe mean a whole lot to you, but it means that I have my own team, which is United in Power under me. But I am married to Aaron, and we've been married for 8 years, and we also have 2 kids. Lila, who is 4.5, and Abel is 2.5. So they're exactly 1 year younger than Megan's kids. So I appreciate the hand-me-downs from her from that. But I'm a part-time coach. I also wear some other hats. So I'm an adjunct instructor at a local community college, and I do that off and on, but I am teaching this semester. And then I also, about a year ago, took on a role at my church, which is the adult ministries director. And that has been pretty a big part of my life, because it's not just overseeing something that was already created, but it's creating something brand new. So I'll talk to, I guess, just a little bit on how I fit coaching into, my little pockets of time that I have. I'll mention on that later. But like Megan, I have completed several programs. So I started with my health journey 2.5 years ago with PIO, and it was after having my second baby. And I too was just having lack of energy. I didn't lose the weight quite as fast with number 2. I saw Megan, who I have known for my entire life. So I saw her doing these programs and feeling good. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're the 2 people that eat ice cream and cookies, and we don't eat vegetables. And so if you can do this, I probably can do it too. So like she said, that sharing, that was relatable to me. I related to that. So I started with PIO, and I had a great transformation with that. I really only thought I was going to drink Shakeology the first month because I got the challenge pack. It was on sale. And I thought, okay, I'll do this for a month. And then I saw the benefits of Shakeology, and I really loved it. And then my husband started loving it too. So that was, we were starting to get 2 bags of Shakeology a month. And I thought, maybe I can just get some of the cost on Shakeology. So I remember talking to Megan, and she said, yeah, you just have to help the 3 people a month. And I thought, okay, and I can remember saying to her, that's all I want to do. I don't want to really get into this. And but then I started with that and started helping, and then it started, okay, well, maybe if I could help a couple people in my family there were 2 people in my family who really struggle with weight. And I thought, if I can help them with this, that would be, so then that was my goal, was to help family. And then I started maybe thinking, okay, if I could help a few friends. And anyway, that helping became contagious. The challenge groups, I saw the benefits. I saw that this was working. And then it also helped myself, stay accountable in my own health journey. And I actually started, to back up before PIO, I did a free clean eating group with Megan. It was a 5 or 7 day group, but I remember too saying, I'm really nervous about this because I don't eat vegetables. And, she just was like, you can do this. And through the support in that group, it then led me to say, okay, I'm ready now for an all-out challenge group. And it was more of a mindset shift for me than it was, physical transformation. I lost some pounds. I think I lost like 7 pounds, but I also started PIO 6 weeks after having my son. So I didn't have, I never struggled with weight. So a lot of, that can be an objection in itself, but I can tell you that for me, it's been more mental and just a shift in how I feel. And I thought, wow, if I can feel this good, I want other people to feel this good too. I want other moms to be able to chase their kids in the yard and not want to sit on the couch all the time like I wanted to do before I started this. And then too, in there I have that Shakeology is kind of my meal. And what I mean by that is, like Megan said with her Crohn's, you might be sitting there saying, well, I don't have, or maybe if you already drink Shakeology, I don't have a story like that. Well, I don't either. But for me, it's my meal. My meal means I'm a busy mom and I don't have to think about it. I don't have to prep it. I don't have to plan it. And I know that it's one healthy meal a day for me. So that's how I talk about it. So everybody has their own story. That's it for that one there. I'm going to jump into a little bit about how Team Beachbody got started. So just to give you a little background, Beachbody itself came out in 1998, and you may have heard of programs like Power 90, P90X, Turbo Jam. Those were some of the first programs created. And actually, Yoga Booty Ballet, I bought in college. I had no idea what Beachbody was. I saw it on an infomercial, bought it, did it a couple times, still ate like complete crap and didn't understand the whole logistics. But anyway, what was happening though, it's not that Beachbody wasn't successful. It's not that they thought, oh, we need to build this huge network of coaches so we can make more money. What was happening was people were buying the programs, no problem, but they didn't know what people were doing with them. So were they just shoving them under their bed and letting them collect dust? Probably a lot of people were. So they didn't have any way to track results or transformations or anything. So they actually started with message boards, which is kind of old school thing now, but back in 2007. And I believe the first coaches, or at least the first people on message boards, they were just volunteers who said, yeah, we'll get on and, chat with these people who buy programs if they have questions and maybe we can help them. That's honestly how the coaching network got started. And then that was in 2007. So from there, so it's about 10 years old. It has then grown to, like Megan said, almost 400,000 coaches because that was the missing piece. So the missing piece for so many people is the support. And when I say coach, I don't mean you have to be some kind of personal trainer or fitness expert. I think Megan's going to talk a little bit about that. But it's just literally somebody to support you on your journey to say, hey, you can do this. I'm doing it. So let's do it together. Let's hold each other accountable. So that's how the network came to be. Megan, you're muted.
Thank you. Thank you. That's why this is a team thing. Takes two of us. But yes, like Jade said, so many people often come and they're like, you know, this is great. And the challenge groups are fun and I'm getting results and I love Shakeology and the discount's cool and all, but I'm not where I want to be. And I don't feel that I'm ready to coach other people. And I think that that's just a misconception. And it's important to realize that a coach isn't any one certain thing. There's no mold for a coach. You don't have to fit any specific criteria. You can be, you know, 25 or 55 or 85. You can be at your goal weight and you can be a personal trainer, or you can be, you know, just starting your journey with 100 pounds to lose. It doesn't matter where you are. You don't have to have any certain background. I mean, my background's in accounting and Jade's is in English, and we're both here. I've never had any sort of training in either fitness or nutrition, which maybe sounds bad saying it out loud, but I have experience. And you know, I have what I know has worked for me or what's worked for others. And while maybe I haven't specifically been someone who's had to work off 100 pounds, I know people who have. I've helped people do it, and I can share their stories. And maybe, you know, I don't have diabetes, but you know what my grandma does, and she drinks Shakeology, and she's noticed that with that, it helps stabilize her blood sugar. And while I don't have high blood pressure, my father-in-law does. And when he started drinking Shakeology every day, he was able to reduce his blood pressure medicine. And every story is different, but I think what you need to realize is as a coach, you're just there to help people, to give them your own peace of mind, to give them your support, to give them your guidance, and to be their cheerleader. Because so often people, they're excited. You know, it's one act to go out there and purchase a program and say, I want to do this. But taking that next step to actually follow through and commit to the end is what makes it hard. And, you know, life happens sometimes. You might get all amped up to start a new thing and you break a toe. Or you might get all amped up to start a new thing and your dog dies, or whatever it is. Like, life happens, and that's our role as a coach, to help make sure that that commitment you make doesn't then turn into, you know, another thing propping up your TV and collecting dust and all that. Like, it's that when someone makes a commitment with me, I follow up with them. Like, I have had a customer. She was actually one of my very first customers. I kid you not. We're working on 3 years. I signed up as a coach in March of 2014. She joined my May of 2014 challenge group. She has been in probably 80% of my groups. I don't think she's ever finished one. She's never truly committed and finished, but you know what? I invite her back all the time, and she tells me, and she's a good friend of mine. She's like, I'm your worst challenger. And I'm like, no, you're not, because one of these times it's gonna stick. One of these times you're gonna get it, and you're not gonna let life get in your way, or a sick kid get in your way, or a flat tire get in your way, and you're going to commit to it. And I think that that's what you need to realize. It's you lead by example. You do your workout, you do your shake, and you talk about it. You share it openly, and you're that open book to be able to tell people what's possible. And by sharing your own journey as well as the journey of others, somewhere along the line, people are going to relate to it. But the bread and butter of what we do is really in the challenge groups. And I think that, you know, when it comes down to, you know, what other things are out there, you know, like obviously people have heard of Weight Watchers. It's great. You've got these points. You count these points, stay within these points, you lose weight. There's a support group for it, but there's no fitness aspect for it. And you can go sign up at Planet Fitness for $10 a month. And you can go to the gym, but there's no one there to help you follow through with it. And what makes this different and so unique is that we do offer the full all-around support. We not only help you with like finding a workout program that fits you, and you know, yes, at this point I feel like I've done pretty much every workout program, and there's one out there for everyone, but I'll hope, and if there's one that I haven't done that you want to do, like, we'll help you figure it out. And I don't have all the answers, and I won't pretend like I have all the answers, but I will do everything I can to help you get where you're trying to go. And it's that fitness aspect, and then the nutrition, not only from Shakeology, because they're, you know, don't think there is anything else that's going to compare to it, but it's learning more than that. It's not, there's other systems out there and nutritional supplements that will have you drink like 2 shakes a day and pop this pill and wrap this body part and all this stuff. And that's not what this is designed to do. This is designed to help you learn to eat real food and correct portions that are right for you to keep you fueled and to have an all around healthy lifestyle. It's not to be temporary. I've been eating 21 Day Fix style for almost 3 years now. It's just food. I've had a play date with one of my friends my daughter had one with one of her friends from preschool, and the mom was like, I'm going to make pizza for the kids, but I know you eat that 21 Day Fix food, so if you need to bring something special, that's okay. And I was like, it's just food. Like, it's regular food. It's not like packaged food or space food or special food. It's just food. So like, so many people just don't understand that we're just eating clean and eating right and exercising in a way that's fueling our body so that we can, be the best us, be the best you, be the best mom, the best wife, whatever it is, whatever role you're playing. And one of the things that it just really strikes a chord with me at this point is the obesity rate among children in the United States is just sad. Like, when it's overwhelming. I know there's a stat we have up here that 2 out of 5 U.S. children are overweight or obese. And to be honest, most of the time it doesn't start with the children, it starts with the adults. And I feel like we have the power and the opportunity to help those parents so that they can then be better role models for their children, so that 2 out of 5 U.S. children are not overweight and obese. Like, that's something that we have the opportunity to do as parents, as coaches, to help other people. And along with, the intrinsic reward of being able to help people, there's obviously other benefits of being a coach. You do have the opportunity to set your own hours. When I started working this business, I was still trying to figure out how to be a mom of 2. I still wasn't quite sure how to wear those hats. I didn't put a lot of time into it. It was, 45 minutes. I would, in the beginning, I didn't get up early because I was still nursing my little one and we didn't sleep. Heck, I still don't sleep. But I didn't spend a lot of time on the business. I kind of nixed our nighttime TV show. And instead of snuggling with my husband on the couch, I would sit with the laptop and I'd Google something and I'd YouTube search. And I didn't have a big team to touch base with or a lot of challengers to talk to. So I just Googled and learned and read on things and tried to figure out, like, what do I need to do? And what is this business? And, I plugged into my coach's new coach training and I would just watch videos and try to just learn as much as I could. And as I started to see the potential and I started to get more excited and I wanted more than it just being a hobby, and I decided to make this more of an actual full-time business and career that I wanted for myself and my future, it became more of a full-time gig. And it went from an hour a day to 2 hours a day to where, eventually I did get childcare help so that I could, instead of doing 5 a.m. work and, working till midnight, I started getting some help during the day so that I could, build this to the point that I wanted to do this because it allowed me to be home. It allowed me to still be mom and to still go into preschool parties, but to still be able to add a financial impact to our family and to still be able to help other people do the same. So it really evolved over time. And it's changed. There's times that I might work more and there's times that I work less. And it's, you just sharing your passion with other people and being able to find those people that you click with and that connect with you so that you can, make this business whatever you want from it. There's no mold. There's no limits. It's really wherever you want to go with it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit more and a little more specific about some of the rewards that we as coaches get for simply helping other people. So the first one is that as a coach, you do receive a 25% off discount off of, that's everything on Beachbody's website, everything that they sell. And a lot of times that's how people get started. They just want that discount. They're an advocate. They're a supporter of, they use the programs. They know it works. They use Shakeology. They know they like it and they want 25% off. So that in itself is a nice little perk. Also, we are awarded trips based on if you're helping so many people each month, and it's not a drastic amount of people, it's 3 people basically each month, you can win a free trip, or not win. I don't like to say the word win, earn, because you do work for that. So this year we are heading to Punta in April. Last year we were on a cruise to the Bahamas and Jamaica, and then next year we've both already registered for Riviera Maya, and these trips are just really fun. They're not work trips, they're total it's Beachbody saying thank you for what you've done. Here's a trip for you and your family, you and your spouse. You can take your kids if you choose to, and it's just literally a leisure trip to do what you want on this trip. So they're fun, and they're all exclusive to Beachbody. So you get to hang out with your crew. And then I want to talk a little bit about team cycle bonuses, and I'm not going to go into great detail on this, but really what it means is Beachbody rewards you as a coach for helping others grow a team as well, helping others, paying it forward, paying this whole coaching opportunity, this gift forward. Beachbody rewards you for that. So this is where I know a lot of people are like, oh, when you have to sell all of the time. And that's not, number one, we don't like to even say that we sell because we share, but there is, of course, product involved in this business. But say that you have, life, of course, happens. Maybe there's a death in your family or whatever. You need to just kind of check out of life, out of the business. You can still make an income if you're not selling every week. So I know that has been something for me where I did not anticipate that in the beginning, but there have been weeks where I did not sell anything at all, but every week, and we are paid weekly, I've received a paycheck of some sort, and that is based off of that team cycle bonuses. So that's based off of you helping others grow a team. That's where, if you're thinking that you want to make this a career out of this, and I'll talk about the different options of coaching, because there are several, but this is where the income is going to come. I think on average, or I've heard a statistic that really about 95% of people who are doing this full time, that is actually where their income comes from. Now, a couple things I want to say about that is this is not a get rich quick thing. So if you think you can just come into this and then start getting these bonuses, it takes time, it takes consistency, it takes dedication. Just like anything, to be successful at something, it's not immediate. So, we like to say if you think you're going to come in and quit your full-time job in a month, it's probably not going to happen, but it's possible. It's very, very possible to stay consistent and then be able to do things like that, go part-time or quit your job completely, whatever. Everybody has different goals of what they want from this business. And then something else that I wanted to talk about with the money aspect is we don't encourage people on our team to come into our team for just a paycheck, for just money. It comes through when you're talking to people. If that is your main motive, you have to have the desire to help people. And when you truly have that desire to help other people get healthy, then the money is kind of a, cause and effect of your passion and your desire to help others and to stay on track with your own journey as well. So something I always tell my team, and this is kind of going a little further into time, but if you're just in this money, 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 that means you have to spend a lot of time, like 24 hours a day. If you want to, if that's your goal. But remember your priorities in this business. And I always say to my team, you might have a lot of strangers out there on social media who think that you're really awesome, but if the relationships in your household aren't strong, and if they don't think that you're really awesome, then there's a problem. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that, but that's just kind of, I want you to see a little bit of our team culture behind that and what we value. We value our families. We have priorities. We value this business too, and it's worked into our goals. It's worked into our lives. But it's not a get rich quick thing. And then too, the last thing here is just the learning and the personal development. That is something that I never imagined. I thought, oh yeah, you hear, okay, do 15 minutes personal development a day. Okay. I never thought that would benefit me, or I would grow so much through this. If that's all I've gotten from this business, which I've gotten a ton more than that, that in itself is worth it. I don't read novels anymore. I read personal development. I don't really watch TV much. I listen to podcasts, but there are things that, and it's not just all things that benefit my business. It's things that benefit my personal life, my marriage, my parenting. But when you can have stable relationships, when you have confidence, that positively impacts your business. So it all goes together. So that in itself is just a reward. Okay, so I want to talk now a little bit about different paths you can choose as a coach, and then also about our team. I talked a little bit about our team and the culture, but I'll get more specific here. So you can see on this slide, there's what's called a discount coach, and that's what I talked about before, where you're simply signing up. You want the 25% off for yourself, and that's fine. Maybe down the road you choose to actively coach. Well, you're set to go. If you decide in a month from now, okay, I think I want to try this, you're ready to go and you can start. There's not really hardly any pressure at all on that. It's basically just a benefit for yourself to save some money. And then the next one is a hobby coach. So maybe you have a full-time job that you love. I think a lot of times people come into this business, or they hear other coaches who have quit their full-time jobs, and they think that like has to be your goal, and it doesn't. A lot of people have jobs, they love their jobs, they don't intend to ever leave their jobs, but they also enjoy doing coaching as well. So that would be probably hobby coach. You still earn some income, but maybe you don't have the desire to grow a team under you and then start helping other people build their business. And then there is your business builder. That's kind of like where you're all in. And when I say all in, that still varies. So there's still variances in between these. So you can be somewhere in between these three. Maybe like I said, by all in, it doesn't mean you have to be spending 8 hours a day sitting at your computer doing this. What it means though is you're going to be consistent. Maybe it's 1 hour a day, but you're going to tap into your business every day. You're going to do the vital behaviors that we'll teach you in trainings. You're going to sit and make time for that, whether it's 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the afternoon. So I use little pockets of time throughout my day, little time in the morning. So I wake up a little earlier than I'd like to get my workout in and drink my shake, because that is part of being a coach. You have to be sharing your journey. and maybe I can get a little bit of time in. My daughter does do preschool 3 days a week, but my son primarily, he's only gone 3 hours a week on Mondays. So he's primarily home with me, but sometimes I can set aside where we have some quiet time and I can maybe get in some messages, or I check into my challenge group. And then same thing comes in the evening, where after the kids are in bed, I get in, connect with people, plug into my challenge groups, etc. So I'm building in my little pockets of time. I'm not at the point yet where I've necessarily hired somebody, to watch my kids or do anything like that. Not saying I won't in the future, but right now that's just where I am. So you can fit it into your life and your priorities. And a little bit more about our team, about One Fit Fam, and then also the umbrella that we're under. So we're under the number 1 team in the network, which I'll admit, when I heard that when I first started coaching, I'm like, oh, okay. But as I have been doing this for the past 2 years, it's invaluable to able to get on a call with the number 1 coach in the network. She provides all of her systems. She doesn't keep anything a secret. And then those filter down. So that filters down to Megan's coach, to Megan, to me. I filter it down to my coaches. So that in itself is a perk. We get various trainings from her in person that we've had. Her name's Melanie Mitro, if you're not familiar. And she's been the top coach for 3 years in a row. So she's certainly doing something right. She knows how to work this business and she knows how to teach it. We run coach apprenticeships, which is like a getting started right. So we don't just say, here's a link, sign up, and then, okay, go learn this business on your own. We're there just the same way as we're there on people's health journey. We're there by your side on your building your business journey too. As much as you want help, we'll give it. As much as you want us to push back, we'll do that too. We go at your pace. But anyway, we run every month is new coach trainings where we're giving you the basics, the groundwork to get you lifted off the ground into your business. We do so there's different ranks. There's emerald rank and diamond rank, and you don't really need to know what those mean right now, but if you are sitting saying, okay, I'm ready to go, I want to reach this first milestone, we have a group for that where we'll put you in and we're telling you to do, specific behaviors that we know they work to get you to that point. Retreats are wonderful. I've been on, Megan took us on a retreat in August, and it's just a way to connect with other team members. We had some training, we made vision boards, and I know Megan has gone on retreats with her upline coach as well. So they're fun and they're team building things. So we do that. Weekly team calls. There is never an opportunity for anybody on our team to say that they can't get plugged in somewhere, because every single night there's somewhere you can plug into. Do you have to do all of that right away? No, I don't want to overwhelm you. And the good thing is they're recorded. So you can listen to them maybe when you're driving in the car, taking the kids to school. I listen to a lot of the calls on recording. Because we have calls, I do my own team calls, but then my team has access to Megan's calls, as well as Megan's coaches' calls, as well as Megan's coaches' calls. And then BEACHBODY does a weekly call as well. So there are plenty of areas to plug in. I think that's really, I don't know if Megan, if you want to share anything else specific about, One Fit Fam. I think we're just, I don't know, I feel like we're it's a family. It's really a family, and there's no, it's positive, it's encouraging. I mean, I've heard stories where people have been very hopeless and depressed, and just the coaching network alone has helped them out of that, because they're surrounding themselves with people who are positive and encouraging. And if you're down and you're struggling in your business, we're going to do everything we can to help lift you up and get you going.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's important to note. We're not, I won't say we're one of the largest teams in the network by any means. I'm not a high recruiter. I always tell, if you're sitting here watching and you've seen, like, I don't, I'm not out there trying to bring 10 new coaches on this month, because that's not what I can handle. And that's not what I can, balance with everything else I have on my plate. I like to keep it small and close knit so that I can truly give each of my new coaches the attention you need. And I always tell them, if you have questions, please ask them, because I was the coach who, when I got started, I was eager to learn, and I was talking to people and it was brand new. Like, none of you have probably ever coached before, so the language that you hear doesn't make sense, and you hear volume and cycle bonuses and diamond, and it's like, I don't know what this means, and you should have questions. And I always tell my new coaches, if you have questions, ask them. If I'm busy, I won't answer, and if I'm not, I'll get back to you. And it's an open book, and I am here to help you every way possible. And it's, I don't take on a large number of new coaches every month, because I want to be able to give that time to you, because you need it. In order to start off in this business and be successful, you need to have constant communication with one another, with your coach, with your upline, so that you can get those questions answered. And if you want to run, I'll run with you. And if you want to take it slow, I'll walk beside you. And there's no right or wrong way to build a business. There's just your way to build it. And if you can stay consistent and stay plugged into these groups and complete the trainings, and kind of go out with an open mind that you're going to just do what we share. You don't have to do it my way, but take the information that you hear through our training groups and take your spin on it and just lead with your heart. Then I do believe that everyone has the opportunity to build a successful business if you just kind of go at it in that way. But when it comes to joining, there's several different ways, and by no means do I think anyone should hop off this call and go sign up online. I think that it should be a discussion with myself or Jade, whoever invited you to this call, but just so that you are aware of the just different ways that you can join. The best way and the most common way, by all means, is joining with a challenge pack, because for one, it waives your $40 sign-up fee, which is great. So you get that sign-up fee waived, and then by buying a challenge pack, it's going to bundle your Shakeology with the workout program, or the on-demand all access has been, at this point, pretty much what everybody's been going with, because it does give you your 12 months all access to everything that they've ever created. I think it's like $6,000 worth of programs, I want to say. Just tons of workout programs, tons of opportunity there. And then anything that comes out this year. They've already told us that there will be 3 new workout programs this year. And by getting that all access challenge pack, you're kind of already getting those next 3 workout programs that are going to be coming out. So the challenge pack is pretty much that most common way to get started. And I always like to make sure people are aware, because some people I know are active duty or their spouses or something, but there is a military discount program with BEACHBODY. So if you yourself are active duty or your spouse is active duty, you're able to get your monthly coach fees waived. Or if you are a veteran yourself, you can as well. So there's not that $40 sign-up fee wouldn't be applicable. And then there is a monthly management fee. Basically, when you're looking at it from a discount coach perspective, there's a $16 monthly fee, but you save 25% on your Shakeology. So net, you're saving about $16 a month. From a business aspect, you're paying that $16 a month. Again, you're getting your 25% discount, but you're also, that's BEACHBODY taking care of everything on their end, from the shipping to customer service, your website, all of that stuff. So I just like to point out that military discount and how that kind of plays a role into signing up. And then to do it, if you're in the military, there's a DD-214, you just have to submit that. And then there's a form if you're active duty. But you can also, if you don't want to buy a challenge pack, you can sign up and just pay the fee and order Shakeology during your sign up fee, or just pay the fee and order a fitness program. But for the most part, the most common way is with that challenge pack, because it just bundles it all together, all in one. And at this point, I know we've thrown out a lot of information, and there were a few questions that I'll touch on at the end, but I encourage you to just think about what you heard, and if it's something that, you enjoyed, let us know. What did you like? What do you have questions about? Is there something that we could have been more clear on, that we could have provided more information on? Always looking for, more feedback. And, at this point, some of you are customers, some of you are, consider, discount coaches thinking about working the business, and some of you aren't even involved yet. So just sit back and think about it. I know for me, it took me, if you would have asked me if I would have been a coach, I would have been like, oh my gosh, no, like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know anything about this. It took me being involved in the whole community. Once I was involved in a challenge group and I saw what these products could do for me, I saw the opportunity that they could do for other people. When I saw that there was an income opportunity and that I could stop clipping coupons and floating checks on every monthly bill to make sure that my mortgage payment didn't bounce my credit card statement and I could pay the electric bill. Like, when that worry got set aside, it opened a whole new door of opportunities. And my life has been forever changed with this business, as well as my family and our future. And it's my obligation, and I feel like it's my duty to be able to share this with other people so that they too can, open whatever doors that they are. Your dreams are different than mine. Your goals are different, but the opportunity lies here with us all, and I'm excited to just have the opportunity to talk to you, to share with you, and to answer any other questions that you have. Our next coach program will start. Our next training will be on February 6th. So, at this point, I want you to think about it. There was a question Katie had asked about. Oh, Jade answered your questions. So, Katie, I think you're good. Okay, and Jen, you asked the questions in the event page, but I had gone back and looked. It looks like everything's been answered. Is that right? If you're still on, Jennifer. Is everything answered? Thumbs up. Cool. All right. Did anyone else have any other questions? I'll stop the screen share. Megan. She shared here, I never thought I could become a coach. I watched Megan for over 6 months before joining the challenge group, and then a few months before she took the lead. That's right. Megan, I talked to Megan for a long time. She was someone who had posted I don't know, I feel like most coaches post selfies. That's kind of comes with the territory. And Megan was someone, she had selfies all over Facebook. I'm like, this girl's got to be a coach. She's like posting fitness selfies. That's like your first sign. And she wasn't, and we talked, and I think the one thing is everyone has their right time. And I have never pushed, and I'm not like, you've got to do this right now. I mean, I will encourage you, and I will support you, and I will answer every question that you have. And if it's not the right time, so be it. That's okay, because there is a right time for everyone. And I believe that from a challenger standpoint or a coach, at some point you're going to get to a point where it's like, you've been impacted and you want to share this with other people. You don't have to, you want to, because you see the opportunity that you have to impact the lives of others, and it's powerful, and it's exciting, and it's rewarding, and it's fun. It's a fun network to be a part of. It's a fun group to have, and it's very rewarding. It's never anything I thought I would do. I was a business person. I was someone who was going to work in New York City and wear a suit every day, and a family wasn't really anything that was on my mind. I wanted an office with a view of a city and a briefcase and a calculator. And that's where I saw myself whenever I graduated from college. I never thought that I'd be in my sweatpants hosting a call on a Wednesday night. I hear 10 o'clock talking about what I do, but I love it. And I'm glad that you guys all took the time to get on. I know you're all busy, so taking, almost an hour of your night to listen to us means a lot to me. I hope you found it valuable and helpful. Jade and I both appreciate you guys getting on tonight. And obviously, if you have other questions that you didn't get answered, just feel free to reach out and let us know how we can help. And I'll post this recording for anyone who missed it, or if you want to replay it or listen back. But we are glad that you got on, and it's time to go check in with those challengers. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks so much. Good night. Bye.